Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all back to another episode of Disco Elysium. Last we left off, we learned quite a few things, did a lot of investigation, talked to the wonderful dock workers, and then like that attorney law lady that's like giving such amazingly mixed signals, like saying, ask your questions now, this is the best it's going to get. It's like, I don't know if she's helping me, hurting me, or does she hate me but is trying not to let her bias get in the way? I don't know. That notwithstanding, we're also talking around the neighborhood of the lorry drivers to see who is the drug smuggler. I believe that the racist person is not the smuggler, because he says that he does not partake in things from these quote-unquote unsavory, hierarchical racial society kind of thing. So I agree with him on that. And then there's also this guy at the bottom who says he tries not to get involved with anyone, but has heard talks about this wonderful lady who we will admit is a bit out there. So let's see what she has to say.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Oh, well, alright then. So I'll strike. Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
Well, aren't you a lady?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
I'm a lady like you are, Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
So you're not the driver that everyone is terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Then who is this female driver that I was told of, if not you?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to?
Wait, is that French for commoners? I don't know, but the way she pronounced it, communeurs, it sounds like English for commoners. I don't know, and I never studied French, so I have no idea what communeurs is. I just noticed that by the spelling, it's French. And why are you scary to the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
I see. Well, that's all I needed to know then. Thank you!
Oh, Sim.
The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere now, on other matters. Well, you injured my mental state. I hate that. So, thank you so much. Well, okay, downstairs is not gonna... I mean, that guy downstairs is not gonna help because he stays out of other people's business. So, is there another lady driver? How many lorry drivers are there here? There can't be that much more. And, I'm not gonna talk to this parrot man. He's big and intimidating, but he's not, you know. Sir, do you know anything about a lady lorry driver? Sir. Oh my god, I gotta walk in a certain position.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Dude, is that your standard greeting for me? God damn it, could kill you to be a bit nicer. Look, I know you've been giving me the runaround, so fess up. Where is the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, first, you knew Sileng didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
And I am, but it's not for what I am concerned with. And why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Evangel West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Okay. So, then who does? The lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
La puta madre. Now, my Spanish is extremely limited, but for anyone that does understand Spanish, is puta the feminine version of puto? In which case, I think puto means ass? Or idiot? Wait, puto. I don't know. Wait, if puta is the feminine of puto, is puto the curse word that I am thinking of, ass? If so, it does not make sense that we call her the ass mother. That makes no sense. Although, I mean, I could Google it, but I don't want to because I'm in the middle of an actual game. But if that is what I think it is, then it's kind of a strange, you know. But then again, it could be a gang name, so it's like, she's a damn-ass good mother, you know, gang mother. I don't know. My Spanish sucks. Huh.
Yeah, him.
Him. What? La puta madre is a he. Wouldn't we have gone with la puta padre? Or maybe the rules of Spanish, la puta padre? I'm lost. Alright, well, I'm just crossing my arms here.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Ooh, yes, I can tell that easily. I'll happily let him take the reins on this.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. I am so confused. Kim, I'm sorry, but Kim... So the person's name is La Puta Madre, who, despite the Spanish term madre, is really a man. And you just called him Padre Madre. I am so lost. If anyone knows anything about the Spanish language and by some off chance the Spanish mob, is it typical to put in a feminine name for a gentleman? Well, I shouldn't say gentleman in this case, but you know what I mean, for a male mob boss, or a masculine name for a feminine mob boss. Because when he said La Puta Madre, I was thinking of a woman, and then everyone say him. It's like, oh, okay, Madre is mother, but okay. So I'm just curious. I am honest to God curious about that.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Well, we can give it a... Oh my god. 13. I have 2. 3, 4, 5. I need an 8. Shoot. What I need half-light. What the heck is half-light? Okay, we're done for now. Half-light. What the heck is half-light? Do I have anything that instills half-light? Anything at all? Probably not, in perfect honesty. Electrochemistry, logic, authority, conceptualization, drama. Nothing gives half-light. I almost said half-life, which is totally Not this game. Yeah, this isn't helping. Oh god. Well, I do have points. What does half-light do? Call upon... Oh no, I'm sorry. Let the body take control... Oh, that is to legitimately threaten people. I kind of don't want to do that. Okay, well... At the very least, I can use a point as a backup if I need it. So it's not the end of the world. It's fine. So let me try to threaten this wonderful gentleman.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Oh, shut up. I need an 8. Shoot, no, I need a... Wait. 4. I need a 9. Oh, God. Cross my fingers.
Men
Yes!
like this only respect 2 things. Strength and fear.
I can't believe I got that. I can't believe I got that. Oh, yes! Don't have to waste a level up to question this little hunk of junk. Woohoo! Alright. Show me where her goddamn lorry is right now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Look, I've been to your goddamn lorry. I know where it is. And I'm going to burn it down if you don't tell me. You hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
And where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Yes, Kim. And don't worry, sir. We're definitely going to leave you the goddamn alone. For the rest of our lives, if possible. I can't believe I made that. I cannot believe I made that. That should not have been made. It was literally a 25% chance because I need a 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sorry. 9, 10, 11, 12. That was like a 1/3 chance, so better than a quarter, but still kind of bad. Well, since I'm here...
The machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Yes, here we go.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
I mean, $2.70 is nothing to sneeze at. It really is good. Let's go on ahead and look for this green lorry. We have things to do, and I am going to do it. I have no idea how to get to this green lorry. He said past the statue, right? I will assume it is down here. I'm just trying to talk over this music so I don't have to do, like, any musical sound cuts in post-edit. But I might not be doing a great job because this music is so dang loud. But we did find the green lorry right here. Beat up little thing, like our resident-friendly racist said.
Found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Well, let's take a quick peek through the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and 2 steering levers.
God, when was the last time she cleaned this thing?
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
I don't think we're going to be getting in so easily, Kim. Any ideas how to get this open?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
You know, that's actually a good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Of course. And since we are lawmen, if it is for the sake of the investigation, we can take some liberties, right? At least that is the assumption. So here's our crowbar. Get me out of here. And we're gonna
screen
break this thing,
found,
please.
A to Z, Contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It seemed better.
Don't I have the pry bar on? I thought I had it on. Can I use the chain cutters and just bash it open? But I would have thought the pry bar would increase my chances. Hello? There we go.
Screen found,
Oh god, help me here.
Contemporary.
Oh, wait a minute. Physical instrument. I keep going in and out of this screen. Oh no. Does anything give me physical instrument? Anything in terms of clothing, electrochemistry, oh dear. Well, keys. Key to room 1. Oh, these are all the keys that I have. Oh, that's actually cool. And I got 1 boulet. That's great. I'm just gonna stuff it down someone's throat. Okay, well, shoot.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead.
11, 10. I need a knot. Oh no. 1/3 chance. Shoot. And I can always just increase my physical instrument if need be, but it's such a low roll. It's gonna be a bit junky. Oh, cross my fingers, please.
With a
Oh,
firm
yes!
grip, you raise the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lorry Cabin.
Oh yeah, we're making headway in this investigation. I don't care what anyone says about very hard skill checks. We're rolling it and making them, and that's what counts. Woohoo! Oh my, I can't believe I got it. Oh, what is this episode and the last episode where I got like every roll? Like this is 5 times in a row I made a skill check. It's gonna fail at some point. Welcome to Revachol, window.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Sato.
Says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then opens it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Definitely some good posters in here.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Ingenue. I would never have guessed that's how you pronounced it, especially with the I. But then again, I'm going by American English. Well, hell, just English and period pronunciation. Ingenue. Huh.
There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What is that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably Grenade No. 5.
Interesting.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Is this in reference to, what's her name? Oh god, what was her name? I just had her name in my head. Oh god. Marilyn Monroe? Jeez, I couldn't think. Is this in reference to Marilyn Monroe? Now, I don't know anything about her. I know that she died an untimely death, and that's all. But I don't know if she, was into drugs. Though, for the time frame that Marilyn Monroe was in, I would not be I mean, yeah, it happens nowadays too, but it's more scandalous. Well, probably was scandalous back then too, but that's neither here nor there. Enough with the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Well, let's look at the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Why would anyone need that many radio stations saved?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Huh. Is there anything we can do with it to fiddle around, get it working?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
And what about the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the safe stations here?
No, that's on 78.9.
He stops, coughing awkwardly.
What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
That's fair.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Huh. Looks like the driver's glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to get a bit of extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
And it looks like it would also rub the pattern from a driver's right boot sole. Sounds familiar, Kim?
Yes?
He likes where this is going. One of the footprints at the crime scene, the one with the aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. Huh. And it seems like she's also the one running the drug trade. Very busy woman that one is.
Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily hand in hand. I mean, the lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and a faint smell of perfume is in the air.
Let me check this one last thing out, Kim, before we move on.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
What's this?
It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
A note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thought trails off.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Well, I think we're done here.
You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Sure. Wait, who's Joyce again? Oh, Joyce is the, I already forgot her name. She is the negotiator. Yeah, Kim?
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Yeah, of course. Seems like something the police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Everything that we found so far?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
And what about the movie posters? How do you think they factor all into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Fair enough. But maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. It could be a useful description.
Yes, well...
He doesn't say anything more. So, all said and done, turns out this is connected to the Union in some form.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
Not surprised. Will the RCM open an investigation once we tell them about all this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. Yeah, Kim? What's on your mind?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption, maybe?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
True, it wouldn't. So, is that all for the debriefing?
Debrief over. After you.
Alright. So now we can go ahead and talk to Joyce. What time is it? I can go ahead, yeah, and just talk to Joyce. Yeah, please, for the love of God. I was going to go to the bookstore lady, but, wait, yes, sir? You want to talk to me?
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Well, I'm sorry, man. Can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but there's no need for you to do anything. Please, don't worry about it. I promise the police are looking into it.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
That does give me a question. What do you plan with those rhymes?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahome.
Huh. Why Tommy Lahome?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Fair enough.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Do I have anything for empathy, before I run away? I actually do. But is it enough? That is the question of the day. Can I put this in my hand? I totally can. Close. Anything for empathy. Can I take anything off to get some empathy? By some odd reason? No, but I did put that on. And let me just be curious. Oh no, go away. No, stop it. Let me just be curious. See how bad this skill check is.
The master poet.
Still pretty bad. That's 9. Well, no, it's better. No, I'm not. No, I'm fine. I'll wait. Bye. I'll talk to you later. Let me... No, get rid of this, because I might need that authoritative voice. Is there anything else? Electrochemistry, conceptualization... I don't need physical... I don't plan to punch the lady, so... Put that on. Drama. Maybe I could use drama. What is this? Oh, it's a bum hat. Reaction speed, but -1 rhetoric. Yeah, maybe with the reaction speed against her. Maybe. You never know. Actually, no. Leave that on. I want encyclopedia. Glasses. 1 logic, -1 authority. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So, let me go ahead and make my way over to Joyce. I will see you all in a hot moment, or if something happens in between. Oh, wow. Didn't I not check this last time? Apparently not. Oh god, -1 half-light. But I get +1 suggestion. That could actually come in handy. I don't think I need conceptualization, but I will definitely put this on for suggestion. I said Is this not a shirt? Then what is this? No, seriously, what? Oh, it's a jacket, I'm sorry. Oh god. Esprit de corps. Ooh. No, I'll put this on. It might be better off for me to be suggestive to her. And I don't mean that in a, in an adultery way. I just mean to suggest some things to her in order to get answered. Can we please go down these stairs, my dude? Jesus. Hi, Miss Insomniac. I got things for you. Yeah.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Well, I've just finished speaking with some of the lorrymen at the roundabout this morning.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, you had eyes there? Where are they located?
It doesn't really matter, and I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
Oh god, that would make it a bit difficult to have an advantage against her then. Oh dear.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Wait, I'm sorry. A bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Sounds like it. If you don't mind, could you tell me again how the lynching and the dock workers' strike are connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Apparently they see some merit in that demand. Do you need a security detail, though? That seems kind of extreme, if you don't mind me saying.
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, Our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
So basically PTSD, I guess?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
So that gentleman was one of your hired security details. Huh. Good to know. And what else?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
What do you mean, for now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Oh. I see now. Oh, that's why you call it a bloodbath. And I can see why we all would want to avoid such a terrible scenario. God. Is it too much to say that maybe our investigations can, meet in the middle, share resources, intelligence, all that good stuff?
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, I can see why you made a description of them being a hornet and us in a beehive. Yeah, that'll be bad.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I'll be honest. At the rate things are going, the confrontation is possibly inevitable, but to be fair, too many things would have to go wrong first. I mean, it's literally very specific dominoes that have to fall. It's hard to see it happen.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep that which is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Alright, fine. Is there anything you can tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions, and such.
Wait, there's such a term as fourth world countries? Wait, I knew third world countries were already, kind of bad depending on your point of view, but fourth world? That, I can imagine that's worse.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Basically, they are protected behind lack of oversight. Is there anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks again.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of information in the world.
Oh, that sounds good.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Well, since you have some connections with them, couldn't you just, call the company, tell them to call the whole thing off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
That's fair. So basically, civilians doing the military's work until word can trickle down. Why does this sound par for the course? This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
Did you at least know his name, though?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lele, do you know of his nationality? Perhaps how old he might be?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
And I believe you said that the deceased was caught assaulting a woman? The reason that this lynching even took place to begin with.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Huh. And do you know what the teenagers by the canal were saying, though?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Herd mentality. This is the accepted story, but it's not necessarily the truth.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it possible? Wait a minute. Is it... The bartender. Remember, she left not long after the murder. Was she sexually assaulted? Is that why she left? If so, then that will connect things quite a bit as to her convenient leaving right after the murder.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Do you know who this woman was?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Fair enough. Can't really put much stock in a rumor that started from a rumor. Speaking of the Colonel's remaining colleagues, do you know where they are now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
To be fair, I've heard us be called worse. Ghetto savages sounds like an improvement. Still, we need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
I'm sorry, but where are these mercenaries?
This is so embarrassing. You have no idea. There's something wrong with your brain. Luckily, the lieutenant still has his.
That sucked.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I've been around Martinez, and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Not a terribly good actor, that one. Still.
And the other must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking the roundabout. He or she was reporting back to you while we were canvassing the lorry drivers.
God, thank you, Kim, for saving me in this little faux pas.
That would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
Well, if we can avoid it, we will. But my intuition's telling me it might be inevitable. And how much time would you say we have to take care of this mess?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. So there's basically an invisible timer now. Yay! I feel great. Okay, so basically from what Kim said, the, Mr. Right to Work. Oh! Oh my god, no wonder he sounds like he's reiterating a script. Oh my god. You know, that makes sense. That honestly makes sense. It's like, really, he just sounds like... I said this when we first talked to him. He just sounds like he's parroting something. He's reading a script. Yeah, not a good actor. Because even I can tell it sounds like he's just herd mentality. Right to work! And then go back to talking normally. It's like, it just sounds disingenuous. Yeah, wow. Good job, kid. Really, thank you for saving my butt on that mess up. I was expecting it to be worse. But we did manage to at least get some information on where they're, you know, located. So that's good.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Oh, joy.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joyce. That'll be all for now. Well, things are getting worse by the moment, like, quite clearly. I'm amazed I failed at red and still got the information I need. I was expecting to not get the information I needed, so that's a plus. That said, oh god, it's 50 minutes? I need to call it quits. That's a good long while. Even with that, like, 1 minute cut, it's gonna be 49 minutes, or 50, depending on how long this outro takes, which is not long. So, I will see you all on the next episode, where I could do a couple of things. Probably going to at least talk to the parrot person in the mob, and like, oh wait, no, I don't want to start a hornet's nest, yeah. No, that might not be a good idea. That honestly might not be good, especially the pro-militia. That would be kind of bad. Maybe I could look at the body now? Well, I mean, I could, but maybe I could look at it more effectively. I don't know, shrug, but I'll get to it when I get to it. But until then, I'll see you all on the next episode, where I will hopefully have come up with a plan. Though knowing me, I'm going to ad-lib my way through the entire episode. Later, everyone.